Yeah, catching you off guard this time, aren't I? I'm gonna start going more and more random times. I told you yesterday. No more close calls, or maybe I will. Maybe I'll have a close call every now and then. Yeah, super safe. You know, tomorrow's gonna be even better. The time is gonna be there, like that. It's gonna get down to like 4 minutes, 55. Boom, done, instantly. Cause you never know. We're expecting that? Don't you lie. Don't you lie to me. Yeah, morning though. Hello, Strateto and Casmora. Yeah, hello, Timotry and Dan, Reanimator, Weird Al, Pupsa, Fan, Ravens, Bearded Egg, and Cinnawin. Yeah, morning. Right, let's jump right on in. Because we've got more boring fishing and exercise to do before we kill everything. Yeah, hello, Burlick as well. In downstairs they've been having a party for 2 nights in a row. And on days upstairs, they're doing some drilling. So you love your apartment then, it's fair to say. You love your neighbors. No photos. Now see, I had the same problem today, sleep-wise. But, all self-inflicted. I threw my body into shock by going to bed early last night. Yeah, my body didn't know what to hit it. My body's used to having like 4, maybe 5 hours of sleep in the week, every weekday. And on the weekend, then it goes into a coma. But I was like, no, I'll have an actual day of sleep. I'll go to bed early today. I got a full 8 hours. And my body went into shock and just wouldn't get out of bed, so I ended up sleeping for 10. My body was like, oh shit, it must be Saturday, time to go into a coma. We've slept more than 4 hours. I can't change the fact that we're double digits and tarting. I can change that fact. Don't make me start a new run. I will. I swear. Oh shit. Oh shit. It happened. It finally happened. I have a stalker in my chat. I see you there. I saw the message. I've been tracked down. And 1 day off. Gonna see the whole stream. Are you gonna be here for like the full 10 hours then, if we do a full one today? I know you live on Earth. I have been perceived. Body was like, this is some good shit. I can't let my body get used to that. I'm treating it too well. You know, my body's gonna form an unhealthy attachment to myself. My body might actually start to think I'm taking care of it. Can't be doing that. Right. Yeah, time to do our usual very boring stuff. To start off with. I need to get that from 77 up to 84. That's the plan. To be fair, let's go the long way. Yeah, we'll do our usual thing. We'll do our fishing, get that to 84, and then while we're doing that, we'll pop that one today as well. And we'll start making progress on that. Because we're not going to pop that anytime soon, because it's 90,000, and we can do about 200, I think, every hour, so that's not gonna happen anytime soon. Fun part first, yes, and then we'll do the boring part, then we'll kill all the zombies afterwards, yes. Nobody wants to see all that. I have to pop that today as well. Pop out napping. Level 5 as well. And to be fair, if we do enough of it today, we should finish with winter today as well. The second of the second at the moment, so we've only got 26 more days. And first I'm fishing to get rid of that tired moodle. I gotta wait for all my caffeine pills to kick in. I was an absolute degenerate this morning. I was lazy. I was like, oh, I don't have time to go get some actual water, so I washed my caffeine pill down with day-old Fanta. And it's like, oh god, I'm turning into a fucking degenerate. I'm washing down caffeine pills with fucking pop. I'm gonna have like a cold, dark talk with myself in the shower later. That's all good. That sounds like you're living the good life. Oh yeah, this is what all people strive for. My body is a temple. Also, before I keep making the same mistake, let me just take that one off. Because we've done that so many times, where we run through the trees and the bushes and I lose my bandana. Yeah, hello, good morning. They weren't mistakes, they were all calculated risks, exactly. I was simply showcasing what not to do. Like a good teacher that I am. I was just trying to educate you. I calculate risk, I'm just bad at math. Not totally inaccurate. Alright, we're nearly there. And it looks like there's plenty of fish this time as well. Ideal. Let me just see how much I have to use first. No, we've got enough. We've got 6. Yeah. I got 6 bits of bait. They won't get used every time. So we've got enough for maybe like 8, possibly 10 fish. So it's not a lot, but we're nearly done with winter now anyway. Just gotta hold on just a little bit further. A glorious no bath season. It's fantastic, yeah. Now, who knows? Maybe we'll give him a shower later. Make him hypothermic. Maybe. We'll just wait till it's like -10. Yeah. We'll do this for an hour or so, though. In real time. And I think today... the marker is when we run out of bait. We've only got, like I said, 6 bits of bait, so I think we'll run out of fishing supplies before we actually get up to a healthy weight, or back up to what like we want to get to. We're technically healthy now. That's prime time. That guy's back home from a long day out and about. Finally relaxed, squalling for several hours. Several days, more like. Yeah, this is what he lives for. Living the dream. There's tons of fish out there today. Followed by several pounds of unseasoned trout. Careful now, you're describing like an Englishman's dream. Nothing but exercise and fish and chips. It sounds like I've died and gone to heaven. Unseasoned food? That's what we live for. Alright, hopefully we get something good straight away. Looks like a good one. 30. It's not too bad. Where are the chips? To be fair, I haven't checked to see if you can actually make those in build 42 yet. I know that there were mods for it in 41 to make like things like French fries and such. I don't know if you can do it. I mean, we can grow potatoes, so I don't see any reason why not. Seaweed, delicious. Let's have a look. Yeah, they would call them fries, wouldn't they? No. There's no recipe for it. Sad. Clearly, they've got a vendetta against English people. You know, we're going to ignore the fact that a good portion of the dev team is made up of Englishmen, but maybe they're just self-loathing. Maybe they don't want to have fish and chips in the game. They know where to hit us where we're weak. exactly. Potato. Boil 'em, mash 'em, stick 'em in a stew. Fry 'em, bake 'em, turn 'em into bread. Yeah, Samwise knew exactly how to live a good life. He knew all the potato lore. I am catching nothing. Let's try a different spot. Let's try one. That's further out. Okay, we got a fish this time. And we're nearly hypothermic as well. Awesome. So, we'll catch this one, then we'll go inside. Yeah, that's good. So we got a 30 and a 50. So that's enough to start gaining weight, at the very least. Yeah, that's all good. Alright. Let's get that to start climbing. And we can carry on grinding that one there as well then. How does fishing work? For you jump between left and right. Give an explanation of what's happening for you. Jump from left to right. Oh, if you mean like that bar, that little like spectrum that it has. Like, the goal is just to keep it, well, when you hold down left mouse button, that's when you reel it in. When you hold down the right mouse button, that's when you loosen the line. So the goal is just to obviously hold down left mouse button as long as you can, because you're reeling it in. And the second it hits the shoreline, you pick it up instantly. If you go too far though, like too far to the right on that little like spectrum that it has, when you go into the yellow or the red, that's when you have a chance of snapping the line. So you can see you've got encumbrance condition, damage, and then line condition. So the longer you spend like in that yellow and that red marker, that's when you start damaging the fishing line. And then obviously if it goes to 0, it snaps. But for like things that are small, or, well, junk items and then like small fish, there's like no risk, really. It's only really when you start getting the large fish, as they get closer to the character, they'll start like really thrashing around in the water. So like you'll have like the little spectrum there, and you're trying to keep it down over this way. But when it gets close to you, it'll just go whoosh, all the way to the end. All the way into the red, and then you have to like really quickly loosen the line, otherwise they'll snap it. But I haven't tested it yet to see if it actually works the way I think it works, but it seems, at least, that the higher your fishing skill, the easier it is to loosen that line, like, quickly, so you don't snap it. It seems to scale with your level. But yeah, short version though, just keep it out of the yellow and keep it out of the red. That's the goal. weight, and that's plenty, so we should start gaining weight now. Ideal. Oh, is there a reel on a makeshift rod? He's really talented. I know, it doesn't make a lot of sense. If you stop for like 5 minutes and really think about it, it doesn't make any sense. But game balance-wise, it's fine. It's perfect. I wouldn't expect them to make a whole separate mini-game for a crafted rod versus a proper one. You know, because otherwise they would have done the same thing for like spearfishing. They wouldn't have gotten rid of that mechanic. They would have kept that one in as well. Just gotta wait for that to die down. You waited years for build 42? The muscle stray makes you, it makes you mad. Don't know why. Isn't that bad, other than the early game. Just needs some tweaks. I mean, personally, I think they need to dial it back up again. Because once you get to, like, the first 4 levels, like, once you exceed, like, this little mark here, so, like, if you boot your character properly, it's only a few hundred kills, you know, it's not that much. It basically becomes irrelevant. You know, and especially if you're doing a character that's starting with, like, high strength as well, because it also scales with that. So if you're starting with, like, high strength just right from the get-go, you know, you'll get out of that rut within, like, the first 2-3 levels. So, personally, I think they need to make it harder. But no. It's in sandbox, though, so you can't just turn it all off if you don't like it. This is my first life in 42. No, we've had a few others. We haven't had any real characters that have died yet, but they've all been retired, so... we don't normally keep track of it, but... During build 42, I am going to keep track of all of my games, just for fun, because... Like, we always do the highest kill counts and the longest survival times, but we never keep track of exactly how much we do over the entire build, so... Currently we had the blacksmith run, the first time 16 game, that didn't last very long, it got outdated immediately, and then the nomad character. But yeah, they're all still alive, none of them died. So, we're gonna keep track of all of those while we carry on playing, because during build 41 collectively we did about, I think 2 or 3 million in total, but it'd be fun to see how much we do during build 42. At least you can turn it off if you don't like it. Yeah, exactly. It's in the sandbox options. You can put it down to 0, so it's completely off if you don't like it. 10 AM meeting, what'd I miss? Getting decent rest last night. Yeah, I overdid it. I put my body into shock. I was joking about it earlier. Normally, like Monday to Friday, I only sleep for about 4 or 5 hours per night. And then on the weekend, I just go into a coma. You know, I'll do my usual work and make sure the stream is all, like, ready for the following week. But then I just go into a coma and just go catatonic and just sleep for, like, 10-12 hours a night. But, I went to bed early last night, and my body did not like that. It did not agree with it. And so I woke up at like 7, and I was struggling to like pry myself out of bed, so I ended up sleeping until about like 9:30. Yeah, I just gotta get used to it. Yeah, it's just a new game mechanic, that's all. But I think after enough time, you know, you give it a few more months, people won't think anything of it. It'll just be the norm then. Because people were like that back, I'm trying to think what was the other big thing that changed. People were like that when multi-hit started getting phased out, because multi-hit's still in the game, and there still are lots of people who play with that. but back when 41 first got added, that's when you could disable multi-hit for the first time, and that's where most players started doing it, because like prior to 41, the way that combat used to work was you couldn't move while you were swinging your weapon. Your character had to stand still every single time, and that's why multi-hit had to be on, because obviously if you can't move while you're swinging and there's like 2 or 3 zombies in front of you, you're just dead instantly. But as soon as they made it so that you can move your character and you can move around like this while you're aiming, people started playing without multi-hit enabled. But you had a lot of people fighting back against that, saying like, oh, this is dumb, you know, I should be able to cleave through like 3 zombies with my axe, you know, this is so unrealistic, blah 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 blah. And, you know, and then like several years later, now it's like the opposite way around. Anytime you see someone playing with like multi-hit, you know, you get some people saying like, oh, they're playing with the watered down version of combat, they're not playing with the proper version anymore. You know, stuff like that. But I reckon Muscle Strain will be like that in the future, where you'll have people saying like the same thing. This is like the guy on YouTube doing 1,000 push-ups, etc. a day. 4 AM with Toad voice. I have no idea who you're talking about. Yeah. It sounds like you have found a very interesting channel to watch, though. What do you spend your time doing? In my spare time, I like to watch a man do thousands of push-ups at 4 in the morning with a croaky voice. I'm imagining he's doing it in the dark as well. He's got that 4 AM motivation. Right. There's a few. Yeah, we're still gaining weight at the moment as well. Ideal. There's one very strong man doing this daily. I mean, he has to be an absolute fucking monster if he's doing 1,000. Like, when you say 1,000 push-ups a day, are you exaggerating, or do you mean it, like, quite literally he's doing 1,000 a day? Because that is a lot. That's excessive. There's some mod for 41 with muscle strain. If you carried a lot of weight, you got fractures. Oh, that. Yeah, that's, that was part of, I forget which one it was. It's one of the dynamic trait mods. Yeah. See, I never ran that one for that reason. Because it added a lot of stuff that I didn't tell you about. Like, carrying too much weight would break your legs. Or, like, you know, some medication you could overdose on. Stuff like that. It's like, oh. It would be really cool, but they never mentioned any of it. So yeah, I didn't fancy playing with those mods. Didn't fancy having my character get killed randomly by a game mechanic I didn't even know existed. He's counting loud to 1,000, all sweaty and shit. I mean, A star for effort then. Yeah, that's one punch man type shit. Yeah, I couldn't do 1,000 push-ups a day. Hey, hello Steve G as well. Hello. Feeling better today? Yeah, I went to bed early, and I slept for a very long time, but I woke up even more tired. It's fine though, I'm just gonna double down on caffeine pills today. Yeah, getting a heart attack from eating too many sticks of butter. I've accidentally given my character high cholesterol. A schizophrenia trait? I don't think so, no. I know there were a couple of mods like that in 41. But I don't know if they exist in... Oh, my mic's off. Yeah, I don't know if they exist in Build 42 or not. It's called Men of Action on YouTube. Well, I'm curious. I'll have a quick look. Yeah, I am catching nothing today. There's like a fitness channel then. I'm trying to find the video where he's just doing like a ridiculous amount of push-ups per day. Oh, here we go, 1,000 push-ups. Oh, and 500 pull-ups as well. A star for effort. Yeah, I'm gonna sit back in my chair at my desk and just like, you know, grunt and be like, I could do that. Like every guy who's watching the Olympics, like, pathetic, I could do that. Yeah, I just choose not to, you know, that's the defining difference between us. Easy, exactly. 1,000 push-ups a day, 500 pull-ups, easy. You know? I just don't feel like it. Yeah, that's the reason. Oh, good stuff, though. Pathetic. Only 1,000? He's not even hitting 5 digits. Oh no, shame on this man. Yeah, I don't feel like training until I go bald, okay? I'm attached to my hair. I am catching nothing. We'll do some more fishing in the morning then. I should still be gaining weight. Yeah, for now, but I need to catch some more large ones. Otherwise we'll start losing in a second. Yeah, muscle strain? Never heard of her. Right. There are 40 minutes a day. Make it easy by stopping what I'm doing. Once a minute, do a single push. Just every minute, you know. I'm not gonna do any sets or anything like that. No, I'm gonna do exactly 1 push-up per minute. Being bald is your dream. Think of all the money you'll save on haircuts. You got a 99 centimeter with 380 last night. Did I have the... Oh, chopped fish down in the quarters. How to do it just to hold the fillet for... Sounds constipated. He is. He's struggling with his own success at the moment. A zombie killing machine, yeah. Anytime you see a long run on YouTube, like a marathon game, this is the part they don't show you. They don't show you the dozens and dozens of real-time hours they spend doing exercise, getting the good stats. Come on. Catch me literally anything. That'd be fantastic. You are struggling, my friend. We'll go back to that other spot. Because he's not having any luck there. No bait. No, he's got bait attached, he's just not having any luck with it. Oh, there's tons of you over here, actually. Yeah, I'm just trying to, like, buy a little bit of time, really. Yeah, it's the 4th of February at the moment, so we've only got a little under a month left. And then winter's over then, and then we won't have the... We won't have the debuff anymore. So that's the one thing that's, like, really holding me back at the moment, and making it a bit of a struggle to catch anything. But it only goes on from November until the end of February. And then we're okay then. And we're about to level up now as well. We're close to it. So that'll make it a little bit easier also. But, yeah, issue is at the moment I can't get any more insects through foraging. Because it's winter. They don't spawn during this season. So, I've only got a few insects left. And then we're out then. Also, that's good. Apparently we do learn that recipe. That was something that we weren't sure about. The dismantled fishing net, because you don't get that. You don't unlock that with wilderness knowledge or angler. So, for anyone who was wondering about that, because there were a few of you asking about it, you get that at level 7, apparently. I don't know if it requires maintenance as well. Don't know if it's a combination of multiple things, but at the very least, level 7 fishing. So now we can dismantle all those fishing nets that we found, get the wire, and then we can make some more fishing nets, and then we can catch, like, crayfish and other things. So yeah, that's my bait problem done, you know. It was all part of the plan, I swear. I knew that, I was just testing your game knowledge. Yeah, that's really good, though. And we got a big fish as well, so that's ideal. Let's just leave that one there for a minute. So I got enough 8 wire, which is enough to make 1 fishing net. So that's not too bad. Yeah, you can use small fish fillets for bait. Yeah, the issue is though, if I run out of bait, I can't catch any more fish, so I can't get the fillets. But yeah. I'm not going to worry about it though, because we're nearly done with winter now anyway. Oh, to be fair, we had 2 there as well, so... If I can get myself... To be fair, you weigh quite a lot. Oh, it's a whole spool? Oh, never mind. I thought when it said 1 wire, it was going to be a single unit, not an entire spool. Okay, we can make tons of fishing nets then. We just need twine. That's not balanced. I think they've made a mistake with that. That's way too much wire. But if we start collecting like lots of dog bane, we could just make a ton of fishing nets. Got the magazine for fishing every cycle? No, we just unlocked it with level 7 fishing. Turns out to be one of those ones that you just unlock naturally. We don't need the magazine for it. We just need to get to a high enough level, and then we just get it naturally. My fishing net's bugged. You tried adding chum to the fishing net, it kept saying error. The fishing nets aren't bugged. Like placing them in the water, I don't know about adding bait. I would assume so, like if you're getting an error message. It's either the fishing net can't receive bait, or it's the chum that's bugged. It'll be one or the other. couple of bait balls can be made. I have no idea. Haven't even seen them. Bait balls? You mean chum? Yeah, not too sure which one you're on about, but oh, you mean chum? I've seen the option pop up for it. I haven't tried it though. But yeah, if you go to sand, like you don't need to get a sack of sand. If you just go to any sand on the ground, it usually gives you the option to make chum. I haven't bothered trying it though, so I have no idea how useful that is. Yeah, you can just pick up sand, make them. You couldn't add them though. Can you not do anything with them with the fishing rod itself then, or is it just only gives you the option to do stuff with the fishing nets? I haven't tried using those yet. It was locked for you? You were 4 or 5, yeah. I've only just unlocked it myself at level 7. Either the game is gonna be... oh, this one's gonna be golden, or... the game is gonna do that. Got him, meta soon. Nah, it's fine. It's all going really well so far. It's only getting easier and easier the longer we go on for. I think it says that you can only use it in fishing nets, but you don't remember, yeah. No, makes sense. Oh, you can toss it in the water to generate active water spots. That's really good then. That's really useful, because it's an absolute pain having to run up and down the river looking for those fishing spots. So if you can generate them, that's pretty good. Yeah, moments that you wish you could make chum. I'll have to have a look at that then. I mean, if that's the case, like... I wouldn't mind setting up a fishing spot all the way back over here, because we've got 3 lakes, or 3 ponds in this area. So... it would be pretty useful if you can do that. You died at my base last night, longest run ever. What did you get to in the end then? And also, how did you die? What was the error? Do you need to combine the base with bait? Anything that has labeled food and bait can be used. I'll have to experiment with that then. Yeah, because any way to like optimize the fishing would be ideal. Until we can get some like actual animals. Because that's the issue at the moment. Is that pretty much everything is dead because of the settings that we're playing on. So we're not going to find anyone anytime soon. The bunnies, yeah, because we got a few of those. Just need to wait for them to breed out of control. can't get back to sleep just yet. It's the first nightmare he's had in a while. No sleep for me. Oh, boom, done. I love it when we get days like this. It's like literally the first fish. It's just something colossal. Instantly finished. So we'll leave that one there for later. Can you wield fish as a weapon? Sadly, no. I can't kill any zombies by slapping them with a wet fish. Maybe in the future, though. One could dream. Only if it's a bass. But we should get through this quite quickly today, like, given the size of the fish that we're catching. Shouldn't take that long at all. It would make you happy, yeah. Should be able to make little ponds. Oh, to store our caught fish, or you want like little koi pond. That'd be pretty good. So they'll go stale. Stay fresh until needed? Yeah, walk out, just grab one from the pond. I imagine they'd have a bit of a hard time implementing that. It would be cool though, if you could make your own little ecosystem. Try and keep a nice balance of fish in a very small pond somewhere. And maybe even breed them. Oh. Could you imagine the long-term gameplay with that, though? Like, you'd have to spend, like, the first, oh, God knows, like, first year, 2 years in game time just constantly throwing away the biggest fish. Like, you'd have to just keep, every time you find a big fish, just throw it away, because you don't want to, like, you don't want to keep the big fish, otherwise, you know, if you kill all of those ones off, you'll catch nothing but small fish in the future. But, yeah, that would be quite interesting. Yeah, you could just do it like the same way as the chicken hutch could do, yeah. How cool would it be to... Oh, how cool would it be to enter sewers? If I like fish alligators, it would be pretty badass. I'm still hoping they add a sewer network to Louisville at some point. Just given how many zombies they put there now, because there are literally... Well, it's literally over a million. It's about like 1.1 million, I think, or well, it's somewhere between 1.1 and 1.3 million total. It's a lot. It's a lot to go through. So having a way to like navigate around them underground would be ideal. Books are pretty hard to get in time 16. Well, it's not the time 16 that makes them hard, it's the insanely rare loot. You know, like it's hard enough to get to the bookstores and stuff as it is with time 16, but it's the fact that we're playing on reduced looks. If you're playing on normal settings, it's set to 0.4 for the spawns. I think it's 0.4. But insanely rare loot is 0.05, so it's a significantly reduced amount. But we're doing that across the board for everything. So, even once we like finally get past all the zombies and we get to the houses and the bookstores and the libraries and all of that stuff, the odds of them actually having anything is pretty slim. But that's what makes it more interesting. Because if it were easy, you know, it's not fun. Yeah, we're playing with zombie respawn turned off. Yeah, there's about 2.5 million zombies on the map total, which is more than the top 3 players combined. Like, I've killed the most out of anyone ever on a single game, and that was like under 1 million. And then you've got like Shivas who did like 660,000. And then you got Twist on Fire who's done like 500,000. And then there's about a dozen or so players who've killed over 200,000, like between like 200,000 and 300,000. It's like even if you combined all of us all in one game, it still wouldn't be enough to wipe out the map. Like, so there's not really too much point having zombie respawn turned on a run like this, because there's more zombies than you're ever realistically going to be able to kill. It is good fun to be able to make progress, actually like wipe places out entirely, and then move on to the next one, rather than being in a stalemate with them constantly. We should hit 80 in just a moment. Yeah, kind of yawned as well, though. Morning. How are you today? That's a lot of fish. It is a lot of fish. Yeah, we got quite lucky today. Yesterday we were struggling. We weren't really catching that much. But today we've already had 2 good ones. Just instantly. I forget what they were. We had one, I think was a 180. I think we had a 30, a 50, a 180, I think. And then we just had a large one that was like 200 or 300. So, it's pretty good. You know, the goal is to just get that to 84. That's the goal. Oh. We're gonna carry on going today until we run out of bait. No, until either that gets to 84 or we run out of bait, whichever one comes first. And then in the meantime, we just do some exercise. Because I would like to do lots of killing today. I want to carry on, like, really pushing Echo Creek so we can get that gas station powered. Because we're pretty much set where we're living at the moment. But I don't want to do any base building or trying to move things until I have a car that I can drive constantly. Because it's a lot of effort trying to move things by hand, on foot. Makes a difference in game. If you eat all day, the same. If you eat... Oh, eat all day, same or not? I mean... I think I know what you mean. It's just, it's on like a spectrum. Like... If you've got, you know, 0... Like, well, if you've got this end being like the lowest possible amount of calories, so you're in a deficit, and you've got this end, which is like your surplus, so you've eaten the most amount of food. And then in the center, like right here, this is where you're just maintaining body weight and you're not gaining or losing. Whichever, like, however far you go to either end of the spectrum will determine how much weight you're gaining. So, like, if I eat a ton of food and I max out, like, you know, 3,000 calorie surplus, I'm going to be gaining about 1 kilo per day. But let's say, for example, I only had, say, like, 1,500 calories surplus in the day. So, like, I've eaten what I need to maintain my body weight, and then plus a little bit extra. I would only gain about 0.5 kilo per day. So, you know, it's preferable just to, like, snack throughout the day, just to keep your calories nice and high. And then the same if you're going into a deficit, if you're trying to lose weight, ideally you want to try and just eat nothing throughout the entire day, and then just eat when it's necessary, you know, when your character's about to die. Just so you've got the least amount of calories in your system at all times. Run out of bait. Was that even possible? Only because of the season that we're in. It's only because it's winter. Like, there are ways to get other, like, more bait if we really wanted to. Like, we could dig up furrows to get worms. And things like that, but... when we're speaking exclusively about foraging, we can't get any insects in the winter. But winter's nearly done now anyway. It's the 7th of February, so we've only got a little over 20 days. And then we can start building up a little collection of insects again for, like, next winter. Like, if you mean, like, food-wise, making you unhappy. I mean, if you're talking about, like, eating the same food every day, all day, will it eventually make you sad? No. Your character can be very boring. You can't just eat fish your entire playthrough, and it won't make any difference. They won't, like, they're not going to build, like, an intolerance to it and start throwing a tantrum if you feed them the same food constantly. Let's go wait for that to max out. Oh, or my pain to go down, either way. Even when your cat's about to die, yes, that is the marker. I think they should. It would spice it up a little bit, yeah. One game that had that, which is quite surprising, was Metal Gear Solid. That had that. Which was quite surprising, but yeah, if you would give them Give him the same stuff too much, he would just not like it. You wouldn't get the same benefits if you did it too much. Yeah, surprising. Alright, we're up to 80 now, though. And we've made good progress on this as well. Done a little under 10,000 experience so far. That's not too bad. Someone who eats the same breakfast and lunch every day makes you happier to not have to choose what to eat exactly. I'm exactly the same way. Is that the last of it? No, we still have more. That's fine then. Let's... Well, to be fair, we just throw this one in here. I'll cook it in the morning. Yeah, we still got enough to make another one afterwards as well. To be fair, actually, let me just cook you now then. Should hit 81 any second now, because we've only got like 3 or 4 kilos left to go now. We're almost done. And to be fair, it hasn't taken that long today. It's like barely over an hour. It's been very speedy. It took almost 3 hours yesterday to do all of this. If your daily stew, soup kind of salad every day, never got bored of it. Makes the day predictable and you love it. Fair. Let's carry on going until that maxes out now. And just open. Oh, chicken bones. Restore acid somehow. Done. Wait, what? Oh, install me a trapdoor in your stomach. Is invisible. Done with tasting, yeah. You know what you need? You need that, oh, I forgot what it was called. Nutritional jelly, I think it was, or something similar. You know, the one from RimWorld where it's, like, devoid of taste, but it's got all the nutritional requirements your pawns need. Where there's no chance of getting food poisoning or food sickness. I need that. That's what I need. Obviously, there has to be exceptions, you know. Day to day, give me that horrible gelatine for my nutrition, but You give me a cheeky Turkish kebab every now and then. That'll do. Best of both worlds. Alright, that's 81 done. Ideal. That's a helicopter. So 7523. Alright, awesome. We should be fine, though. Now you want kebab for breakfast? No. Banned. You're not allowed. Something chili. Jelly pog. So we devolved from Heli to Ellie to Jelly now, isn't it? It's my nutrition jelly. Let's go wait for that to die down. There we go. Should hit 82 any second now as well. Hoping just to finish this off quite quickly. I think we'll have enough with the fish that we have left, because we don't have to get all the way up to 84. Just finish off the last fish that we have, and I think that'll do then. To be fair, I think we'll have that one now. Yeah, back to Nox News, picking up a heat signal. What looks like some guy just teabagging in his barn, in his cabin in the woods somewhere. Picking up lots of grunting. Yeah, he seems to have a routine of coming out here like once a month. It's very concerning. Well, I can't bring any more zombies to this cabin. Yeah, because we cleared around the area so many times. Basically, yeah. Oof. Yeah, because there's only so many of them. So, if you're running helicopters on, say, like sometimes or often, eventually you get to the point, if you just stay in the same area for too long, you will just inevitably kill everything. And the helicopter always spawns the same distance away from you, so it's about, say, like five tiles or so. Well, to be fair, let me pull up a better one. So, like where we are currently, like the heli will normally spawn about like 5 tiles away from you, or 5 cells rather. So like if I'm chilling by the cabin that's over here, the heli's gonna spawn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about there, give or take, like 4 or 5 tiles, or 4 or 5 cells away. But it can do that in any direction, you know, down south, or southeast, or southwest, all the way up north. So, like, if we stay here long enough, inevitably it's going to pull all of these guys that are in range to hear it towards us. And, you know, as such, if we kill all of them, we're done then. So then any helicopters beyond that point, you know, it's going to spawn in the same places again, but there's nothing left to pull in. Because all these guys down here, they're too far away to hear it. As are all the guys over there, all the guys over here. So, helicopters get easier to deal with, like the longer the run goes on for. If you are aggressive and you kill everything. You didn't know about the range? Yeah, they always spawn from the same range, always, yeah. It's just the only two things that are random with the helicopters are... Well, two of the main things that are random with the helicopters are which direction it spawns in, and then which direction it flies off in. So again, like, if you were to have... Hi. I misclick on that one all the time. But yeah, if you were to, like, be in this area, there's no telling which area the helicopter can spawn in when it finally does come, so... You know, if you're on day one, you might get really unlucky. You know, you might get a helicopter that spawns in from the west, like 4 or 5 tiles, or 4 or 5 cells again. So like you'll end up dragging all of these guys out towards you. Or, you know, sometimes you might get really lucky, and it might spawn out to the east, over here, and those guys are too far. So like it's not going to pull anything in from this direction because there's no one out there. And then there's also the direction it flies in off afterwards. So again, you might get lucky with that one. You know, you might get unlucky initially, have the helicopter spawn here, fly over to you, pull some of those guys out towards your direction, but then it might fly off in the same direction, and then pull all those guys back. Or, you know, you might get super unlucky, and it might spawn from the west, pull those guys towards you, and then it might fly off to the east, and then pull them even further out. But there's nothing you can do to control that, it's just completely random, so there's no point, like, worrying about that type of stuff, because you've got no control over it. Right. We'll stay here for one more day, though. So we'll leave in the morning, because I'm happy with what we've got so far. What would be the best negative traits to take? Or that you can get rid of with time conditions? I mean, it depends. Like, are we talking about like a long game or a short game? Because the answer's different depending on which one we're talking about. And just to be more specific as well, when I say like a long game versus a short game, when I say short, I'm like talking about like maybe a month or two at the very most, and a long game being anything that's like anything that goes over a year. Are you hoping to go a while? About 6 months. I would, if you're gonna do like 6 months, give or take, I would take currently thin-skinned, conspicuous, prone to illness, slow healer, weak stomach, clumsy, short-sighted, slow reader. I wouldn't take puny or weak though. Oh, sorry, puny or unfit, and I wouldn't take slow metabolism either. The reason why I say that is because if you're going to go for like 6 months, you can see like we're currently on 7 months, 6 days currently, and it's taken us like 7 months to get from level 0 to level 7. So if you're going to do about half a year, I would suggest going the opposite way and then possibly just taking high fitness and high strength, you know, taking athletic and strong. Because you'll get more bang for your buck if you just start with a high level in those ones. Have YouTube footage from your longest playthrough? Yeah, you type in !VOD. That will give you the link for that one. Because the VOD channel is just where I archive some of the good runs. But it's all unedited stuff, it's all raw. But there's about 160 episodes for the longest run. Stop summoning the Nightbot with the forbidden Y. No, keep summoning Nightbot. He's got to earn those peanuts. Right. That is us done, though. Superheroes video Marvel? Yeah, I got no idea what you're on about. Let's get some sleep. Right, and let's start taking care of that as well. Ideal. We'll make our way back now. Because we gotta go collect my old car, the one that we ditched towards the end of the stream yesterday. Get that one back. It's filled with clothes that we want to wash and then tear up. And then we're going to make a bunch of axes. And then start pushing the town that's north of us. That's the plan today, anyway. So it should be a lot of killing today. We should be... well, on paper at least. We should be getting over the 20,000 mark quite easily today. That's what I'm hoping for anyway. Like 21,000 kills. And then we should have a reasonable den to put into the town then. Might be able to get a little bit closer. A little bit closer to the gas station. And then while we're doing that also, I need to start collecting some watches. Start grinding for that level 3 electrical. So that when we do actually get to the gas station, we can hook the generator up to him. Yeah, not a bad start to the day. Yeah, only took an hour. Or a little over an hour. And we're off. He's not quite maxed out on the weight. We could get a couple of extra kilos, but I would rather
Please tell me that you did
get
not
started
spend
with the killing.
$600 on this Happy Days bullshit.
Hey, Bunsy. Appreciate the resub. Woo! Yes, fantastic. All the killing. You return from your lunch break just in time. Yeah, it's gonna be good. Should be a very productive day. It's been a long time since you could last join the chat. Fair. How's 42 treat me? Yeah, it's all good. It's been really fun so far. We were doing a bunch of throwaway games initially. Just testing the waters with things. But they threw out enough updates and fixed enough things that we finally got started with a marathon run. So we're doing our first long-term game. Like, proper long-term game, that is. But it's been going well so far. And to be fair, this is my best run so far as well. We had a blacksmith character that we did about 9 months with, and we were just experimenting. Experimented with the crafting with that one. But we did about, I think, 16,000 kills with that one. But, yeah. Little Jack is doing quite well, though. Still haven't cleared any towns yet on this one, though, because we've been focusing more on clearing this immediate area. Because this one's a time 16 pop game, it takes a very long time to clear out entire areas. Even though we've been fighting around this area for quite a long time, there's still like little strays like that. Just little tiny groups still lurking. It's starting to work out ads on Twitch. Similarly, with a Prime subscription, you won't get ads. Yeah, Prime subscription, Prime sub is just like a normal sub. Yeah, don't get ads. So it's like Turbo Mini. Yeah, it's just if you have Amazon Prime, it's just a way to subscribe to someone on Twitch for free, without spending additional money. You know, it's because Twitch is owned by Amazon. It's just a way to incentivize people to buy a Amazon Prime subscription. Because, I mean, I wouldn't say most, I'd say like a lot of people have an Amazon Prime just for that cheeky next day delivery. But, yeah, it's just a way to sub to someone each month for free. Same income? Yeah, you get it all the same. There's a misconception that some people have regarding primes and turbo and all that stuff, but you get paid all the same. So, whether someone's subscribing or they're using a prime or they've bought Twitch Turbo, you know, it all still pays out the same, so you don't have to feel like feel guilty or anything. You are contributing. So it's whatever's easiest for you, really.
Hey. 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 Hey.
Let's try and grab all of them as well.
Hey. Hey. Hey.
Is your character RPing? As the fairy from Legend of Zelda. Hey, hey. Hey, listen. Yeah. I know, he's trying to be as annoying as possible. That's probably why the zombies are all after him. He won't shut the fuck up.
Hey. 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 Hey.
Alright, there's my car.
Hey. Hey.
Golden. Alright. Let's get this one back then. So we can make all those extra axes. Yeah, good old car. Still got a little bit of gas left as well. And because I got time, I need to take a bunch of those branches back with me as well. So we'll need those when we start making some more axes. So let me just carry what I can with me. Ideal. You shouldn't have gone looking for a sheep last night. At 4 AM in the morning? I'm hoping you're talking about in-game, right? Hopefully we're not talking about IRL. Not in-game. Got that 4 AM motivation for something unsavory. Let's drop off all those tree branches first. Yeah. To be fair, I'm gonna make like a little workstation area for myself just outside. Out of sight, out of mind. Let me just cut down all of this. I'll put it outside over here. Dump the rest of it there, just for the time being. So I'll find a better home for all of that later. Scratch? No. Like, if you're on about like... Oh, wait, yeah, if you're on about like the health loss, yeah, it's just from carrying too much stuff. Yeah, if I just leave you there. good. I thought my heart was shaking to the left. Yeah, it's just him losing health from carrying too much. Love it when you place things. Yeah, it makes it look a lot better. Yeah, just dump all the raw resources on the ground, but like have the tools on the table. Just make it look a little bit tidier. Right, let me make sure that's everything that we've got. Over here as well. Yeah, that's all good. Why can't them trees spawn rotten berries? I don't know why they have to be rotten. Yeah, I don't get that part. We can use them regardless though, like the ones that they are spawning, they're holly berries, which only spawn in winter, and they're always poisonous, so... We haven't lost anything, you know, they're useless anyway, but, you shit. But, yeah, I don't know why they're all rotten though, it's a bit weird. Alright, so we got enough to make 73 of those. And yeah, we'll go get some more tree branches as well soon. But first thing is first though, I do need to get some more rags. Well, we grabbed a bunch yesterday. Well, the stuff to make rags, rather. Let's go to the field that's over there. I'm not too concerned about the tires on this car specifically. You see them very often? Slab of carpentry, soaring logs, cut down lots of trees, just rotten berries spawn every time. Yeah, it must be like a bug or something. It's a bit strange that they're always rotten. Who knows? Maybe it's dependent on season. No, you can't use dirty rags. Not at the moment, at least. It's a little annoying. A little inconvenient. So yeah, at the moment, if you want to make a bunch of axes or anything similar, it has to be clean. Oh, rip. So, it just means that you have to tear up a bunch of clothing, but you get more rags, more clean rags, if the clothing is clean. So if we were to tear all of these up now, currently, while they're all dirty, we'll only get one dirty rag and one clean rag, but if we clean them, then we'll get about half a dozen, well, you know, maybe not half a dozen, but like several clean rags per piece of clothing, so yeah, it's worth doing. we won't have to do this again for a little while now. Yeah, well worth it. Yeah, because we were just tearing them up one by one at the start of the run, initially. Oh, the previous run, that is, and it was a massive pain. It was just really hard to build up a collection of rags. First time you saw me do it, I was gobsmacked, yeah, because I can't remember who it was. Someone suggested we cleaning them in the lake, because we were going to do that initially, but this is when we were still having the issue where you couldn't clean things from sinks, so we all just made like the leap in logic that you couldn't do it. You couldn't do it with lakes or rivers either. Yeah, throw the chum, yeah, away from the crayfish pots, yeah. I still want to try that out at some point today. It's one of the only reasons why I haven't been using the lakes around here. It's a little bit of a run from the house, but because the water is so... it's such a small pool of water, there'd be no guarantee that you get fish there each day, but if you can generate it yourself, that's pretty good. Do the rest in the morning. Oh, actually, to be fair, that was the last of it anyway. We'll grab the rest of the clothing from the car in the morning then. Yeah, it seems very useful. Yeah, definitely. Less RNG and more player control is always welcome. Alright, and my body weight's holding at 82 now as well, so... yeah. We might look into that, like, sooner rather than later. Just because... I would like to maintain my weight without having to spend, like, an hour each time at the start of the stream running off to do that, but... I'll have to, have a little play around with that later. But I want to do some killing first, in the meantime. Right, to be fair, let's move all of that back over here, 'cause if I place it there, if I stand here, I've got access to everything then. I can reach my rags, my stone, and my tree branches. They're all within one tile. So I can make as many axes as I want now. Yeah, actually we've got 37 tree branches there, so we've got enough. But let's go grab some more tree branches very quickly. Let's just leave that in the pile back over here. Also, I want to start separating some of this today as well. It's all very disorganized at the moment, so let me just drag out all of my electrical stuff. Because that's something I need to start grinding sooner rather than later. That's all cool. Right, but yeah, you're gonna be my dumping spot for all my electrical stuff for the time being. Right, and you can live there. Magnificent. Ideal. You want to know the secret for those neat drop piles? Let's walk to, yeah. Oh, make sure that you have, there is a setting for it as well. Yeah, there you go. Drop items near square center as well. So, that will always drop it in the center of the square. Like the nearest square, that is. But using the walk to is always helpful as well. But those are the two that you need to do to get your nice, neat, tidy piles. Right, that's all good. And yeah, that'll do for a minute. So we'll do some foraging, get some food. And I'm going to leave the stone wall in the back of the car today as well, 'cause at some point today I would like to gather some more flint. Yeah, that'll do it. How you doing? Like a fully naked start in the middle of nowhere. Oh, that's gonna come in handy. Yeah, gotta organize all your little floor piles. Alright. There we go. That's breakfast. And I need a little bit extra. Just a small amount. So we should be somewhere between 0 and 15% at the moment. Yeah, just barely below 15, so we just hit that. So we'll grab a little bit extra, and then we're set for the day then. Hello, Sparrows. Yeah, morning. How are you today? Oh, did I know that it was going to pop? Oh, because it's just relative to like what your current position is at and then what you're eating, so... For the hunger, it's 15, 25, 45, and 75, respectively. So that's like your peckish, hungry, very hungry starvation. But it's always 15%, then 25%, then 45%, and then 75%. So if you've got food like, well, where we were just a second ago, we were on very hungry. So very hungry is anywhere between 45% and 75%. But we ate food. We had a 34 hunger reduction. So at the very least, you know, I'm still going to have at least, you know, 10, well, 11 hunger at the very least. But then maybe a little bit extra. So you can just do like really basic math to work out like roughly like what percentage you're currently on based on what you've just eaten. So, like, I know that, like, currently my character's peckish, which means there's somewhere between 15 and 25% at the moment. So I need to find -15 or -25 hunger from berries. And then I know I'm down to 0% again. Saves you from overeating food then, because there's no benefit to doing that. But yeah, just lots of, like, basic math. And then the same goes for your thirst as well. But that tends to take care of itself just because it drinks automatically. Right. That'll do. Short side, not annoying. Oh, the glass is falling off? Nah, we just never fall over. Like, I mean, he trips once the blue moon every now and then. But it's a skill issue. They only trip when you fuck up. They don't trip naturally, so... You just gotta avoid, like, fast vaulting fences. Or, anything like that. Really, like bumping into too many zombies while you're running. You know, anything that can cause you to fall over. Otherwise, they just stay glued to your face forever. Too far. I need those to be within one tile, ideally. And the rest of that we can just ditch over there. Yeah, to be fair, I'm gonna move my clay today, actually. Put that into a separate pile. I might actually start collecting it then. Right. We'll spend the rest of the day just making some axes and then we can go do some killing. Some of us are walking skill issues, yeah. Right, yeah, it's too dark now. Make a little pile of these, because we're pretty much set for weapons for the entire day now. Like, we don't have to make any more axes, because there's no way we're going to use all of these. Even if we kill non-stop through the entire stream. Hello, Bonsai. Howdy do? What are you up to? What are you doing? Wrapped up before bed? Ah, no worries. How are the runs going today then? Right, Yeah, we got 50 there. 60s. I got 63. That's pretty good. So we'll get some sleep now, then we can do some killing in the morning. Doing abuse of the hero. He fractured your leg. Nice. Did a bit of skydiving then, I assume. Played the harmonica for some Zeds. You know, just the usual shenanigans. You got, NFI? I don't know what that means. No fucking info? Oh, no fucking idea. I wasn't far off. No fucking idea what path to go for weapons on Zero to Hero. I'd probably go with... I mean, I don't know if you've tried it yet, but I'd probably go with the short bats, honestly. So, I mean, I think Lumberjack would be better just for the attack speed, but, like, you can't argue, like, how easy it is to make short bats. Like, the recipe is just ridiculously cheap. So... It's literally, it's basically just spears from 41. It's just a plank and a tree branch and a blade, and that's it. And then you just gotta get carving 6, but if you spec'd into carving, like you had a bonus, like we had on this one, getting carving 6 was incredibly easy, because it's just getting a ton of tree branches. Because I think you can do it, it's handle, isn't it? Yeah. That's large handle, not long handle. But yeah, you can make the long handles from tree branches, and then make the mediums, and then the smalls, and then the pipes afterwards, so you can get it, like, really easily. Oh, you're doing, like, a full Zero to Hero then. Oh, okay, that's gonna be a bit time-consuming then. No, fair dues. So yeah, you're making stakes, because you can actually just kill things then. No, that makes sense. You point 2 of the way to level 1. Wow, slow down, Bonds. You might actually make some progress. How many stakes has that taken so far then? Yeah, it's horrible. I can imagine, yeah. Is that with slow learner as well, or is that with fast learner or a normal character? Fast learner as well. Oof, that's bad. Let's go to where the big numbers are. And we'll get some food on the way. Some skills have a hard for it to get from 0 to 1. Yeah, more recipes. Yeah, it's not as if they're hard to, like, level up, it's just that you just have very limited choice. There's only a handful of things that you can make, yeah. Yeah, once you got an axe, you're gonna destroy like 500 trees in the middle of nowhere, that's fair. Then you can carve to your heart's content, then yeah. Makes sense. So let me check. Yeah, 5 days. Oh, we got a little bit then. Yeah, it's only been 4 days. Just want to know when the hell he's going to turn up. How much killing can I do before it interrupts me? Oh yeah, sorry, I mean Gelly. Yeah, Gelly, not Heli. You tried to make a whetstone? Oh yeah, and you need maintenance 1. Yeah, oof. You're drowning in branches, yeah. I see. We're all gonna reminisce about this moment when they finally patch it and they make it so that axes take damage from cutting down trees again. As soon as that happens, we're all gonna miss these times where we can cut them down freely with a single axe.
Hey! 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 Hey!
I come over to the link area. I got crates and crates of branches and logs. Right, I think we're okay here. Before we go any further though, try my luck getting some food very quickly, just so I can tick that off my list. Otherwise I'll have to grab some later. Thanks. This will be something that gets a little bit easier as well. Like once we get past February, I'll have more food available to me. That's all of that done. And we've got a bit of food spare as well. So, we'll save all of that for later. I think you're on your way. And while you're there, pick me up like a gen mag or two, you know, maybe a few skill books while you're at it. Think they'll make it, oh, I would like to pick up trees. I mean, I hope they would, because, like, in terms of base building, there's not too much you can do in terms of, like, being decorative. Like, the bases are very basic. It looks like well, if you make a player-made structure, they're all just, like, cubes, basically. But, yeah, you can move hedges and stuff, and some of the smaller ones, but, yeah, being able to, like, move your own trees and stuff, that'd be pretty badass. Like, even if you can't move them, at the very least, if you can just plant your own trees, like, I'd do a 5-year game, like 5-10 years if I could grow my own trees. That'd be pretty good.
Hey! Hey!
Yeah, it's still pretty quiet around here. We should run into a lot more though, once we get up to the riverbank. There should be plenty of them over there. If you can plant trees, need to be able to build roads. Yeah, 'cause I mean, you can do that already, but you don't get the benefits of it. But that'd be good. Like, when you throw down gravel, when you make your own custom roads, if the game would actually recognize it as a road, as opposed to still being off-road and damaging your tires more, that would be fantastic.
Hey.
You wish you had skill books and gem mags? I know you're holding out on us. I know you got a secret stash of books up there somewhere. Any books down at Apocalypse? Been very book friendly? Yeah, you get tons of books on Apocalypse. I'm very jealous. I think we've only found 2 books so far. We had Agriculture 1 and we had Foraging 3. Like, the Foraging 3 book's in that one there, but we're already Foraging 10. You know, it's taken so long to find anything that we've already maxed out without having the book. How is axe damage calculated? It does way more damage than mine. It's just levels. Yeah, it's same as any other weapon. It's literally just... It's a combination of both your melee weapon skill and your strength level. Those are the 2 factors that it goes off for your base damage. And then there's also the matter of like what axe you're using, because different weapons have different minimum and maximum damage values. And yeah, then besides that, it's just all the debuffs that you have. So like if your character has pain or anxiety, if they're drowsy or exerted, like all those things add up and they give you like less and less damage if you've got too many of them. And then the very final thing, it doesn't really matter, but it is technically there, and that's the range, like how far or how close you are to the zombie. So different weapons have different values, like for minimum and maximum damage, and the way it like determines how much damage you're going to deal is based on like how close or how far away you are from that zombie. Like weapons have different ideal ranges to be at, but honestly that one doesn't really make any difference. You can just ignore that. It doesn't really matter, not at the moment at least. Getting very sad now, playing regular Apocalypse. I'll go back for them in a second. Just want to park this one by the bridge so we can kill anything. That's over this way. Yeah, getting ready to move base soon. Day 14. Just filled 3 cars full of loot, and still not done, so you're suffering from your own success then. Need to stop the looting. No, double down. You need to loot even more.
Hey!
Oh, Bonsai's off, is he? Before you duck off to bed. Oh, what's my average kills per day now? I don't know. Calculator time. So I don't have that, I don't have that mod anymore. That does the averages for you, automatically. What am I on, though? 7 months, 9 days. And, oh, to be fair, we'll round up and say, like... Yeah. What am I on, though? 17, 240. Divided by 220, 78. Yeah, a little over 78 kills on average per day at the moment. But when we are actually killing, it's closer to like 200 to 400. Why'd I get rid of that mod? Oh, because the Twitch stats mod, the one that you wanted to re-upload, the one that's made by Mess, it has the actual files so that I can have my stuff on screen, because having this is a lot tidier than having that. This looks a lot better and a lot more professional than that. So yeah, I prefer having the files so I can customize things in OBS. where I hide it. Yeah, because the hotkey to get rid of it doesn't work at the moment, so I just hide it behind the minimap.
Hey! 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 Hey!
Yeah, use them for your title. Best Twitch stats, best stats. Yeah, someone else uploaded the mod. That's the one that I'm using currently. 'Cause I did see your comment on the workshop asking for his permission to re-upload it, but someone's already beat you to it at the moment. Where is he? Yeah, that's the one I'm using currently, made by Oro. But yeah, he just said though, it's literally just exactly the same. It's just a re-upload. And if Mess doesn't want it, you know, he'll take it down. Because Mess is, he's making a new one at the moment. As far as I'm aware. I think he put that on his current mod page, hasn't he? That he's updating it. He's trying to use some of the new features that 42 offers for modding. So, whenever he finishes that one, I will probably download that in a heartbeat, because he's always made very good mods for that type of stuff. The guy who beat you to it? Yeah, the dependency on the other mod? Did he? I didn't see anything there. No, doesn't need anything else. It's literally just the Twitch stats mod. Doesn't have any other requirements. That's why you have the fire mod. Wait, so he's just, what, he's taken that mod and just put it into this one? He made it into one? It's compatible with Snuff Forest. Oh, okay, feathers. I'll take your word for it. But as long as it works, I'm happy. All I want is my kill count and my survival timer on screen. That's all I want. I'm not too concerned about anything else. Yeah, hello Lady J as well. Afternoon, how are you today?
Hey!
The other one's compatible, but he forced it. No, that's fair. That's fine. As long as it doesn't, like, actually interfere with gameplay and there's just something extra on the counter, I don't mind. Because I don't plan on using any fire kills, so... Game felt a bit laggier, so you surgically removed the extra. No, that's fair. I haven't had any issues like that personally. Like, the Twitch stats mod, like the original one that is, used to chug, but only after the game goes on for too long. So it would, for some reason, it would just chug the game because it wanted to update the file so frequently, so... Instead of having it update after every single kill, you'd have to remove 2 lines of code from the mod so that it would update every 10 minutes instead of every... Well, 10 minutes in game time instead of every kill. Otherwise, every time you go to hit a zombie, it would stutter, and it was really annoying.
Hey! Hey!
What's my axe skill? 10. Level 10.
Hey! 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 Hey!
go get some rest. How's it going with your character? Yeah, it's going well. And we did our usual, got his weight back up to like a nice reasonable body weight, and we've just made a ton of stone axes, so we're going to be doing lots of killing today. So, I plan on going past the 20,000 mark today. Like 20, 21,000. But we're just doing the usual, doing the same thing we did last time, but we're trying to push into town, which is going to be very fun. Best water bottle outside of the leather pouch? I don't know yet. I haven't gone through them to see which one has the best, like, water to weight ratio. I'd assume it's something like the sports bottle, though.
Hey!
Yeah, I can tell you that it's not the bourbon bottle anymore. They've increased the weight of all of those ones quite a lot, but yeah. It should be one of the plastic bottles though, seeing as they're a lot lighter than their glass counterparts. We're in Ekron? No, we're going for Echo Creek, but that's directly north of us. But there should be between 7,000 and 10,000 zombies between where we are currently and the north end of town. Because it's not that far to go, really. Like, it's literally just up the road here, but there's about 3 to 4,000 here, and about 3 to 4,000 here. And then there's going to be a few over by Guns Unlimited that spawn on the outside, and every time we have a helicopter, a few of those guys are going to make their way over to us. And there's another, like, 3 or so thousand on the other side of the river, but we won't have to deal with that until we get further up over here. But we're getting there, though, slowly. Using the bottom of the map. Oh, such a W idea. Yeah, it's fun just having, like, a little legend down at the bottom over here. Just where you can write everything down, make a note of everything. Yeah, it's pretty spicy. A few by Guns Unlimited. Oh, it's a few that we have to deal with. It's basically nothing in the grand scheme. To start off with, at least. Like, the reason why we don't have to deal with them is the same reason why we don't have to deal with the guys on the other side of the river currently. Because, like, we're living over here, and we're pushing this one at the moment. But that stream is blocking everything that's on the eastern side. But it's the same thing for Guns Unlimited. Because they have a tall fence that goes around on the north side, and the east side, and the south, and then all the way around the shooting range down here. All the guys that spawn in Guns Unlimited aren't going to come out towards us, because they're all trapped behind the fence. So until we get within 100 tiles of the entrance, until we get close to this one, none of those guys over there are going to be able to figure out how to path through the entrance and get around. So we've just got to deal with the few guys that are on the outside over here. Just the guys that spawn on the outside. But like relative to like how many zombies are there in total, the amount that spawn on the outside is basically nothing. So we don't have to deal with that for a while. No, they can't break the fence. And, well, they can't break the fence period at the moment. It's not in the game. They haven't implemented that game mechanic. But when they do finally add that game mechanic, I'm going to put my money on it now and say that they're not going to be able to break it, period. Because things like that have to be loaded in to actually do anything. It's the same reason why, you know, if you've got cars that have